looking at one of the rarest cars in the UK. This is the Polestar 1.
The name Polestar dates back to the 1990s, and it was well known as a racing team and as Volvo's official performance division, the latter producing a number of hot Volvos. In 2017, Polestar became a standalone brand, and using the Volvo Coupe concept as a starting point, it created its first car, this, the Polestar 1.
With such a heritage for performance, and this car being the first statement of Polestar being an electric performance brand, it was only right that Polestar 1 was fast. While most GT cars, even today, still use V8 and V12 engines to effortlessly cross continents, the Polestar 1 is a little bit different, and that's because it's a plug-in hybrid. So up front is a 2-litre petrol engine, exactly the same engine you'll find in a Volvo S90, a V90 and an XC90. And just like those cars, it's turbocharged and also supercharged. And if that's not enough, Polestar has fitted not one, not two, but 3 electric motors. One between the crankshaft and the gearbox, and the other 2 on the back axle. All of that means this car has got 600 brake horsepower. Now naturally, there are the inevitable stream of different driving modes. My favourite is for sporty driving. Look, it actually says that there. But when you press that, it gives you the full force. The full 600 brake horsepower is unleashed. Good Lord, that's quick! Oh, I do like 600 brake horsepower. Now, once you've stopped clowning around, you can enjoy this car's other side. Now, those 3 electric motors are powered by a 34 kilowatt hour battery. Now, to give you some idea of plug-in hybrids, most are powered by a battery the same size as my thumbnail. 34 kilowatt hours is huge for a plug-in hybrid. It means that this car can do up to 77 miles on pure electric. No other plug-in hybrid can do that. And this car will cough out just 13 grams per kilometre. Now, during my 2 weeks of driving this car, I've seen anywhere between 40 and 100 mpg. It's absolutely extraordinary.
The Polestar 1 has the power there, and even has the credentials to keep Greenpeace happy. But there are 1 or 2 problems.
Now, in the UK, you could only ever order this car in left-hand drive. Now, what's the problem with that? It adds to the whole exotic value of the car, doesn't it? Well, no, actually. Now, in developing this car, Polestar took the Volvo S90's platform. They hacked out 300mm from the wheelbase, but they also widened it by 150mm. That means this car is over 2 meters wide. It's practically the same width as a Range Rover. And you're sitting on the wrong side of the car, and you're sitting very low down. It means when you're driving this car, especially on traditional British B roads, you are constantly driving in absolute terror. Whilst Polestar's engineers have done an awful lot of work on this chassis, when you're not really caning it in this car, when you're not really pushing on and just cruising around, it does just feel like a Volvo S90. It doesn't feel as agile as a Bentley Continental GT or an Aston Martin DB11. Also, that 2-litre petrol engine, once you've depleted the car's battery, you're just reliant on this engine. And whilst you do get the odd whine from the supercharger, like now, For the most part, this 2-litre engine just sounds, well, it doesn't sound like a V8.
You might be wondering why I mentioned Bentley and Aston Martin, and that's because when the Polestar 1 was on sale, it cost £139,000, putting it into the high-end luxury GT class. And while we're on the subject of problems, there's more.
Adaptive dampers are nothing new in cars. In most cars, you can press a button on the centre console to firm or soften off the dampers, but not in this, because with the one, Polestar has fitted dual valve Öhlins dampers. Or you can soften them or firm them up with these little beautiful gold knobs here. It sounds lovely, doesn't it? But just think about it. You're driving a £130,000 GT car and you suddenly think, actually, I'd like slightly softer ride comfort. So you have to pull over at the side of the road, open your bonnet and start twiddling with your gold knobs. It's even worse at the back because you have to jack the car up and get your spanners out. Speaking of the rear, the only way to open the boot is with the key. And when the boot actually does open, that is your loading space. That here is your bespoke bag for your charging cables. But the only amount of space you've got is only good enough for a couple of squashy bags. That's simply not big enough for a GT car, is it? That's rather cool though, isn't it? Whilst Lamborghinis and Ferraris show off their V12 engines through a glass screen at the back of the car, Polestar's done that. It reminds me of some kind of science exhibition that they show at a school on parents' evening. Hey, look, James and the other Year 7s have been doing that this year. Isn't that lovely? Let's talk about the interior. Now, I think Volvo interiors are some of the best in the business, but for a car like the Polestar 1, I would have wished something to be a little bit more bespoke. Very salient points there from the motoring journalist. But you and I both know there's another way of looking at cars, isn't there? And firstly, will you just look at this design? Now, I'm fortunate enough to drive all sorts of cars, and I can categorically tell you I have never driven a car that has turned quite so many heads as this has. And it's easy to see why, because it is a beautiful blend of modern styling cues and classic 1960s lines. And will you just look at this character line? Does it remind you of anything? It's taken straight from the Volvo P1800. Hands down, I think this is one of the prettiest cars ever made.
The Polestar 1 was on sale for 3 short years before the axe fell in 2021. Supposedly 1,500 cars were built, but I guess it was less than that. Regardless of whether it was a hit or a flop, the One has gone on to spawn the hugely popular Polestar 2, the Polestar 3 SUV, and will sort of live on with the Polestar 6 sports car.
And my research shows that Polestar only ever sold 4 of these in the UK. It means you are guaranteed exclusivity. Now, some people say this car should have been called a Volvo and probably called the C90 and had none of the hybrid gubbins. It should have had that 2-litre petrol engine and it should have been put up against cars like the BMW 4 Series. I hate to say it, people still would not have bought it. People are too besotted with their BMW 4 Series and Mercedes C-Class coupes. They would have overlooked a Volvo coupe in a heartbeat. It made perfect sense for Polestar to take this car and launch it with its new brand. Now, when you cruise around in this car, desperately trying not to cross the central white line, you are constantly aware that you are driving one of the rarest and one of the most special cars on the road. Yes, this car does have quite a few shortcomings, but my goodness me, at no point in driving this car have I ever got bored. It is such a special vehicle. You see, the thing is, cars don't always have to make sense, and some of the best cars are the cars with the biggest flaws. And this car redeems itself by having so many interesting quirks to its name. This car is without doubt a future classic.